Gary, how would you characterize the relationship between these two great quarterbacks? Do they like each other? Do they respect each other? Do they get together more than we know? What's the deal there?
Well, that's one of the things that I bring out in the book, is that they really do have a very close friendship. When Tom suffered the ACL injury in the first quarter of the first game in 2008, one of the first phone calls he got was from Peyton. And Peyton was constantly texting him and staying in touch and offering support. And Tom was the same way when Peyton missed the 2011 season after his fourth neck surgery. They played golf often in the off season. When Tom and his wife Giselle had their house in Brentwood, right outside of L.A. In 2013, Peyton was out there with his wife Ashley and texted Tom, "Hey, you guys around?" And Tom writes him back, "Yeah, we are. Why don't you guys come over for dinner?" So the four of them sat and had dinner for 3-4 hours in Tom's house. I wish I could have just left my tape recorder at the table. That would have been a great chapter in and of itself. But they do keep in touch. An interesting side note is that their fathers, Archie and Tom Sr., have become texting buddies. Huh. And every Monday during the season, they check in with each other to see how the kids are doing. But they've never met. And the game in Denver this year, Tom Sr. Told me that he intends to come. He goes to all Tom's home games and just some select road games. Archie isn't as traveling as much as he used to, but I think he intends to be at that Sunday night game Thanksgiving weekend. So
yeah,
that would be an opportunity for Peyton and for Archie and Tom Sr. to finally.
Yeah, Archie was out here. I talked to him after the Broncos opening game against Baltimore. He and Ashley were in the hallway, and we had a conversation that wouldn't be interesting to anybody because it was about personal things. And I asked Archie how he's feeling, and he struggled last year with his health and had to depart from the college football championship committee. But he looked better. He's I wouldn't say he looks weak, but I mean he looks like, advancing age, like with me and like with you, Gary. It's taking its toll. Right. But Archie told me he planned to be out here 5 or 6 times. So I imagine that will be the first meeting. You should come out and referee that.
I know it's much easier for Archie to go to the home games because then, I'm sure he sits in a box. Same thing when he comes and sees Eli play. He sits in a box. It's just easier for him to maneuver when he's taken care of like that rather than on the road. But I find that the relationship that the two fathers have now is very interesting. When the Broncos got, they were able to come within 35 points of the Seahawks in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Archie was on the bus going back to his hotel, and Tom Sr., sent him a text just saying, "Listen, I'm really proud of your son. Getting to the Super Bowl is great. And despite what happened today," and Archie texted Tom Sr. last year after the Patriots, beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. So it's interesting that the friendship of their sons has been transferred to the fathers, and I know they're all looking forward to meeting each other, and it'll be pretty cool if it does happen.
Yep.
In Denver this year.
Gary Myers,
might be a good column for you, Woody.
Well, yes, and your book will be a good column for me. I think that when I was saying Brady versus Manning, the untold story of the rivalry that transformed the NFL, it's Crown Books, right? He's the publisher, and it'll be in all the stores and on Amazon, and it's going to be a bestseller.